Hello, movie fans. We just saw Dumbo. Stay tuned to see if our family thinks if Dumbo takes off or fails to launch. That was it. That's all I had to say. Welcome to our non-spoiler review of Dumbo. First, we'll start with a recap of the basic plot of the film. Dumbo is the new live-action Disney movie, adaptation of the 1941 Disney classic. The movie is directed by the always strange and unusual Tim Burton, who is best known for movies like Beetlejuice, Alice in Wonderland, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Some of the other big stars besides the adorable CGI Dumbo are Colin Farrell, Eva Green, Michael Keaton, and Danny Devito. Plus a couple newcomer kids that are work with Dumbo throughout the film.
Okay, so this is about baby Dumbo, who's an adorable little elephant who can fly because of his large ears, and how they try to get Dumbo to fly during his act, the circus, and then how the circus family, they're struggling, and another owner buys them and incorporates them, and the struggles with getting Dumbo to perform and being able to have him with the people that he loves and the circus family stay together. Family.
Good recap.
And I would say another important crucial point is that, I mean, it's after World War One, is the circus is, they bought an elephant and then it gives birth to Dumbo, but they don't like Dumbo because of his ears. So they send back the elephant and then Dumbo's sad. So the whole goal is that the kids will help him to fly, and then they'll raise enough money to get them to buy his mom back so he can be with his mom again.
Okay. How would you describe the movie using only adjectives?
I'd say it was fun, exciting, I guess.
For
yeah,
Dumbo.
Yeah, for Dumbo, yeah.
It's not the same level of exciting as a Marvel
No,
movie.
it's definitely different from that.
I would say fun, and yet confusing and weird towards the second half.
Flappy and feathery. I will not say it's always fun or happy, because it definitely isn't. There is some like sad or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Sad.
not a kids movie, but there are some parts that are like
Intense.
yeah.
Sad. Right?
It's a Disney movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say it's fine, cute, kid-friendly, and simple.
I thought it was good. Not great. I'm struggling with the adjectives, though. I want to say things like Dumbo is adorable, and I think the CGI is good, making the elephants look real. That's good.
The real
CGI.
CGI, yes. Very CGI heavy.
Adorable.
But it is also intense at some points.
What did you think about Dumbo? What's your overall impressions and thoughts about Dumbo?
I would say it's definitely different from the original one, because the original one was a lot shorter and they had less human interaction and more like Dumbo and the mice, and no one talks in this one except for the humans, and then they go to a good point and then they continue on with the film, where as if it were the first one it would have ended, because it's basically gotten to that point. And so, I mean, it was a good movie. I'd say it's better than the first one, for the complete beginning of the first half. And then the second half is good, but just not amazing.
Interesting.
I think Dumbo is cute when he smiles.
Oh.
But it was missing some things like, I don't know, did Dumbo talk in the first one?
No.
No.
Well, they weren't wearing hats either, so it wasn't the same.
We're wearing hats.
No, they like. I
Where
think
the-
Dumbo wears
had
a little like red and yellow hat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
Is it in the
Yellow
animated
hat.
movie? Okay, I haven't seen that in a long
Jumbo.
Yeah,
time.
he's got like the
does, too.
red like collar thing too.
Oh.
There were no crows or talking mice, but there were some things that are like from the first movie. The clowns, I think they were dressed the same.
And kind of scary. Weird looking. I think they were weird looking clowns, but
Odd.
did you agree that you liked this first half, but the second half was weird?
Yeah, I think it was kind of interesting in the way that there weren't like kids in the first one. There was a new plot with the family. And we got to see Dumbo fly more.
Oh yeah, because they've got like the mice aren't really a thing, and
Yeah,
in this one, the kids kind of take the place of the mice in
Yeah.
some ways.
if
which-
you're worried about the elephants, the pink ones, he's not really drunk.
That's true. He's not really drunk in it.
No
but
drunk
There
elephants.
are pink
They
elephants.
do make a
though.
reference to that at one point after.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, it's good.
Fun.
And the pink elephants are there. That was weird though. I think that the that's the second half part where I think the first half was slow. The second half was more interesting, but it's weird. I think it got more like a Tim Burton movie in the second half, which means it was strange and very fantasy-like, and that's outside of the factors of flying elephant.
Yeah.
So, and some of it works and some of it doesn't. I was going to say, I think the CGI is great. It's what you expect from Disney. Dumbo is very cute and believable. I think all the CGI, looks believable. The performances for like the main adult characters, I think, are good. The story is just fine. They expand on the basic plot, like Ryan was saying, and it works for most of the film. But it's not. The plot isn't really amazing, and I think at times it's very slow. And there's like kind of the very basic character development. Like you get the fact that these people have different characters, but their dialogue and the actual way they do these scenes, I didn't think was all that compelling. Like I think the script wasn't that great because you had some good actors that were trying, and I think you were supposed to feel a lot more, and I felt a little bit, but not as much as I thought you would, or you should anyways. But it's really a cute and vibrant looking film, targeted at families, I think, and targeted at young little kids that will really like it.
So I thought it was a fine movie. I thought it was pretty good. It was about what I expected it to be. It did get kind of weird at the end, and the stuff with the pink elephants I didn't really like. They kind of lost me with the pink elephants. That was weird. And I feel like the story was okay. The adult actors were really good. But the kid actors, there were a lot of scenes, I don't know if it was the actors themselves or if it was just the writing. They just felt emotionless. Like, it didn't feel like it was compelling. It didn't feel like, this is how a person would act in this situation. And they just felt like they weren't people.
Yeah, I feel like they were supposed to be making decisions driven by their emotions.
Yeah.
But they seem like the most emotionless children I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
exactly. They had, like, no emotions.
Like the little boy was like, he was okay, and then the little girl was like, she was like devoted to science, and then every time something happened, she'd be like,
Right, and she seemed like she was kind of like a robot. Like she was devoted to science because she was an android.
Like
Yeah.
when Dumbo
Data.
was like first flying, she just sort of like
Right.
She was
saw.
like,
She was like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We will research that and do scientific studies of like.
exactly.
experiment.
Like-
And then the only point where they have the most emotion is when they find out he can fly, and then they run to their parents and like, oh, he can fly, we did an experiment. And
Yeah.
then the entire rest of the film is just emotionless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed with the kids. I thought the adults did good acting, but
Yeah,
the kids were like.
the adults were really good, but the kids were not very good.
And because the kids are supposed to kind of drive the story, I think that's where it lost me a little bit. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was another reason why it wasn't very compelling.
I mean, it is about Dumbo, so I realize it's not like
I mean, the actor who played Dumbo was,
Yeah, it was great.
amazing actor.
Amazing.
First off, how he
believed was
turned
flying
himself
elephant.
right, how he turned
Prosthetics
himself
on those ears.
into an
Great.
elephant
Well-
first, impressive, and then
Yeah.
to fly as well, it was amazing.
Even better.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great, but I did enjoy it. I agree with what you guys said. I think I enjoyed it despite all of that, but those are definitely valid criticisms.
It's an enjoyable film.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was a nice update that there were no drunk elephants, and there was a lot more flying elephants. There are scenes of peril, so that if you have, I was thinking about whether children would enjoy it. And I think that younger kids would enjoy it, but also very sensitive kids might not, who get, very distraught at the danger level. Like Ryan used to get very upset about the animals in some movies. And if he were younger watching this, I'm not sure what his reaction would have been.
Yeah, it's kind of intense in certain moments.
That was one of the saddest moments in the movie. Okay? You guys always make fun of me for that. It was extremely sad, okay?
Yeah. The scenes of peril, I agree, is for little kids would be pretty intense because he's in life-threatening danger in some points, but similar to the cartoon movie, this is supposed to look like it's real, real life action, so it can be even more intense, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily. I think if you're in grade school, if you're in elementary school, I think you can probably figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's like a ages kind of 5 to 10 or something. And if you're above that, it's still an enjoyable movie. But for me, say I'm almost 12. It was fun. It's always an enjoyable movie, but it's just not a super fun thing because we're talking about all the actors or. They kind of felt like it fell flat. If you're a younger kid, say 7, you're not really going to focus on that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think, the target zone, probably 5 to 10, I think would probably be a good range for this is where it would really hit the sweet spot for the kind of kids that age.
Well, also nostalgia, too. A lot of adults, too, is that what they're aiming at. That's, with the live-action remakes, they're aiming at, younger kids, but also the adults who, saw those in their childhood and everything.
If you love Dumbo, the animated movie, I think you'll really like this movie. Yeah, so if you really like Disney movies, this is
we have somebody here.
Yeah, and this is definitely my pick. This wasn't something that everybody wanted to go see, but with all of the live action remakes, I want to see what they do with all of the remakes of the Disney stuff, and I wanted to see the CGI in this one, and I was impressed with that. That was adorable.
Given all that, would you recommend people go out and see it in the theaters, or wait to see it on DVD, or not at all?
I don't know. I'd say I don't know if story-wise, if it was worth seeing in the theaters, but I feel visually, from the standpoint of seeing it on the big screen with all the surround sound and everything on a giant screen, I feel that would be a reason to go and see it in the theaters, because if you watch it at home or on your phone or something, it's not going to be the same. When Dumbo first flies and everything, and then you see him flying around the circus, that's it's different to see that in a theater on a big screen than on a phone.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure if I'd recommend going to see it. I'm not sure that it's worth the price of admission tickets for a whole family, but I do think that it's better on the big screen than it will be on the smaller screen, so I'm not really sure.
Maybe not the whole family, but if you say it's saying I want to go see Dumbo and you have a choice few, and they say they want to see it, you can go see it, and then you can decide based on that if you're gonna see it on Redbox or you think your family should go see it.
Family appropriateness, we've already talked about it. It's a Disney movie. There's some intense scenes on it. Again, kind of right range is probably 5 to 10 to really like it. There is a little bit of violence. There's no gore. There's no language. It's pretty much a kids flick.
There's no adult situation.
Now we'll play a game that hopefully you can play along with too. This game we've done before. It's called That Movie Has Characters. So I will name some characters from famous movies that I know we've all seen, and I will start with the one more obscure characters and get to the more well-known characters at the end. So when you know what the movie is, or you think you know what the movie is, raise your hand. And then when everybody has raised their hand, or I get to the end of my names, I will call on whoever raised their hand first to give their guess. Understood? All right. So the first movie, Maestro Cadenza, Plumette, Chip, Le Fou. Guessed okay. There was a lot of people raising their hand. I'll go with Ryan.
Beauty and the Beast.
Correct.
Well, Maestro, it's rung a bell, but I just couldn't.
Okay, next one. Anastasia. King. Grand Duke. Captain. Prince. Stepmother. Drizella. Okay. I think everybody's got their hand up now. Yeah. Okay, we'll go
Cinderella.
I didn't know Prince was in that film.
Cinderella.
Well, what song did he sing?
Prince. When Doves Cry.
Oh, okay.
It was his first big hit. The Cinderella When Doves Cry. It was the scene the doves come down and yeah. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Or was it like the Dove's Mission Impossible?
It's really good. Yeah. Last one. Wolf. Ike.
Who?
Aquila. Raksha. Ka.
Oh.
Shere Khan. Okay, Rachel.
The Jungle Book.
Correct.
Did you have to say wolf?
There were several wolves listed in the cast.
Kilo.
So, all right. So good. So that was our game. Hopefully you're able to guess those pretty quickly, and we'll do more games in the future. So the overall ratings for Dumbo. What do you rate Dumbo out of 5 ears or feathers? Yes, that's good. I like that. Out of 5 feathers, how many feathers would you give Dumbo?
3.7 feathers.
3.7. Ryan?
3.2.
Yeah, I go 3.2, 3.3 feathers.
3.8 feathers.
Oh.
3.5 to 4. It's like 3.75, I guess.
The algorithm of the square root of, okay. So now it is time for Ryan's bad joke of the day.
Why did nobody want to eat the crushed Tic Tac?
Why?
It was no longer in mint condition.
Okay, that's kind of fun. It's one of your better ones.
Yeah, that's like the best one you've ever had.
And that's been Ryan's bad joke of the day. So that's our review of Dumbo. Please remember to comment below if you've seen Dumbo and what your thoughts on it were. Remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends. We'll be doing more reviews on a weekly basis. So thanks for joining us. Bye. I need to make sure I have it. I don't just say, hey. Okay. Okay. Hello, movie fans. We just saw Dumbo. Stick around. That was fine. Okay. There wasn't anything bad about that one. All right. Hello, movie fans. We just saw Dumbo. Stick around to see if our family thinks that...